Well, I've been trying to figure this knife out. It's not a real big knife, but it's not real small. It's got a D2 blade. It's got this carbon fiber, and we'll take it apart and I'll look closer. I think it's a G10 carbon fiber laminate. Okay, so that's what this is. Wire pocket clip, right or left hand, and it's got a hole here for your lanyard. Hardware's nothing overly remarkable, but like I said, $34.99. Okay, and this is that QY. Here you go. Let's flip the box over. QYGMGS. Okay, they're still kind of using that, even though they've supposedly changed their name to Remette. Okay, and this actually has a model name to it, but they don't even post it here. I'll put it on the title of the video, but it's just numbers and letters. There's no real name for this knife, but it is inexpensive. I got it in a couple days. I'm a Prime member on Amazon, so it was free shipping, and it was $34.99. I did have to pay tax, but and then you return it to Amazon if you think it's a dud, right? So there's no real risk there. And Remette. Okay, so that's what I call them now, but they still have the QYGMGS store. And so you can click on that. It'll take you to their store. It may not show you all their models. I don't know. But you can put in either Remette knives or QYGMGS knives on your search in Amazon. It'll drop them down. And, of course, it'll mix them up with a billion. If you've been on Amazon, it's like they mix your search with everything else because they're trying to sell you a knife, period, right? So you'll get some Civivi knives in there and other kind of shit in your search. You go, hold on. But yeah, I'm used to that. Okay, so I got it quickly. I've had it for a little while, not real long. And here's your stats, D2 blade. Yes, it's tactical, it's durable. Hunting, camping, okay. But it's got bearings, and we'll take it apart. We'll take a look, kind of get an idea. Is the fit and finish any good? And, is this an alternative? Like, if you're just looking to only spend under $40 for a knife? Because there's less choices for a decent knife in that price range. So they're titanium coating on the clip, whatever, etc. It's very light, 3.7 ounces, and then they go through all this and they try and tell you about the knife. So they got a lot of information. I'll give you the link to it so you can just go down there and click on it, or you can go searching on your own. I don't care. I'm not an affiliate or anything. So, but I do this crazy shit. I go onto Amazon, I look around for no-name knives. And the thing is, I think just the tip EDC, whatever, he had the QYGMGS titanium carbon fiber button lock M390 model. And he was like bragging about how wonderful it was. He liked it so much. And so I went and bought one, and then I contacted these people saying, because I had questions about it and I was going to do a video on it. Okay. So now they pointed me to this knife. And so I got it and I'm going to check it out here and we will take it apart. So far, I don't pick up on anything in particular that I think is displeasurable about it. These corners are rounded. It seems like they took all the edgy off of it. It's a stonewash blade. There's not billboarding or any crazy stuff on here. It's got these liners. They're not nested. They're out there. The lockup is hardy. It's like up to 50% here on these steel liners. It's got a wire pocket clip. You can flip it right or left. It's got a lanyard hole. The hardware is unremarkable, but I would expect that at this price range. And this feels like a peel ply carbon fiber, like Spyderco does, you know. But I'm thinking that this is, and I think they do say this in their spiel. This is a G10 carbon fiber laminate, which I would expect, but it gives it kind of a nice, classy look. And yet that weave type thing does provide some texture here for grip. It drops pretty decent. It's pretty quick over the detent ball. Here it goes. And it's a flipper. It flips out. It's reasonable detent on there. It's not too hard, not too soft. But you've got this fuller that runs down here so you can get away from the little hole, and you could flick it just on the fuller, or you could flick it on the hole, okay, or use the flipper tab. So does it have fidget factor? Yeah, sure it does. And you know, by the time it hits you on the thumb, whether you have a Band-Aid or not, it's past the detent ball, okay? So the lockup is pretty good. No, there's no blade play lock rock. Is it centered? Yeah, it's centered right up. It's an open design. It's got standoffs on it. There's nothing remarkable about, you know, some kind of failure here or there in the fit and finish or the construction so far that I know of. Well, we will take it apart and we'll know more. And there's where it came in. That's it. Ain't nothing else under here. So, I mean, this, you get a box for your $35 and a very unremarkable one, but at least they give you, you know, some basic information on this box so you'll know which knife it is. And yeah, not bad. Let's kind of get a little bit of the math done. I think it's basically a 3 1/4 inch blade. So it's a 1/2 inch thick, okay, at 12.6 millimeters. And let's see what the blade, let's get, yeah, 3 millimeter, which is what I would expect it at 0.11. And then if I can find my tape measure, come on. Okay, let's kick this. Whoop, pop, pop, pop. So what are we doing? Okay, come on. Get it on there. Yeah, 3 1/4. And, you know, 85. Is it 85? Yeah, about 85 millimeter. And overall, not quite 7 1/2. That tip keeps wanting to go through that tape. Okay. Yeah, 7 3/8, not 7 1/2 at 18.7 centimeters. Okay, so it's not a big knife, but it's not small. And will it cut anything? Because it's definitely not going to make your display case of your proudest knives. This is going to be one you're going to get and just carry it around as a banger, right? Or at least I would think. But you know what? I just took a slice on that paper. I don't know if the edge sharpness varies from knife to knife, but this one is sharp. This one is really sharp. It's actually sharper than a standard factory edge. So it's not quite to the scary sharp, but it's not far off of that. So that is nice. Got a little choil area here. So for sharpening and stropping, you're good. You're kind of separated out from banging into here. Very flickable. It's got a kind of a strange. At first I thought this thing's loose or something when I started dropping it. I mean, it's got a different sound to it. And I couldn't figured it out, and I still can't. But it does have, like there's something else going on, but there's not. So it's just got a distinct kind of sound. I don't know. But, I mean, it's solid. There's no play, no lock rock. I can't figure it out, and the pivot's adequately tight. So, interesting. But she's sharp, and the ergos are nice, and it's almost got that triangular strider type. You know what I'm saying back in here? A little bit of that kind of feel to it, but the ergos are good. And so, yeah, it's not too big, not too small, but it's not heavy. Yeah, what, 104 grams, if you want to call it that. Let me see if I'm going to skip ounces. Okay, try. See? Okay, there we go. 3.6. Okay, no. It's not heavy. Doesn't feel heavy. But it does have some, it's got some texturing, so you can hold on to it. So I don't know. There's no billboarding. Nobody will know even what brand this thing is. And so it's very indistinct as far as that's concerned, which might be nice to have something that is just a knife and there's no announcements on it. Okay? But actually, the style is rather fetching, I think. Right or left hand, great. Sharp out of the box. Cheap as chips, right? And yeah, we've got entry here, but not to the back. Now, hold on. That almost looks like octagonal. Which, does that mean that's not going to turn and it's a captured pivot? And I don't know, but we'll find out. Let's see if this thing will bust loose just with my little acrylic driver, or if I'm going to have to get Tough Guy on it. I'm going to have to get Tough Guy on it. Okay, let's put some pressure on it. Yep, I had to. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see some kind of thread locker on here. Ooh. Well, yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, something's going on. Okay. Okay, so now we're into number 6s. So let's see. That's not a number 6. That is not a number 6. Okay, number 6. Come on, baby. Oh, I took that out too, just in case I didn't find my number 6. There's a number 6. Get out of here. Okay, so those were easy. I like it easy. Can you come off of there, buddy? There we go. Oh, we don't take the whole damn thing off. I would have thought this would have come away from here. I think it will too if something's in here. Okay, so we need to clean that up. But this is okay. It's almost like it's bead blasted or something. Let's see what we got. Okay, they're not ceramic, but are they? No, they're not ceramic. And then there's our stop, which is fine. That looks pretty hardy. And okay, I broke it away. Oh, you know what? Something got in through here and stuck. So it wasn't stuck over here. This would have all fallen away, but I had some kind of substance that leaked into here and got both this stuck to that. but now it's not. So we're good there, and this is our presentation side. I guess I'll probably take a little solvent and clean that off. And then we had our bearings. So whatever they put on here, they put enough of it, didn't they? I'm going to have to clean that off. Okay, there's your standoffs. I mean, this looks pretty good here. I don't know if it's necessarily been bead blasted, but I'm not sure what it is, but it's smooth, and it's okay. Here's this. Oh yeah, okay, so then they did kind of make this octagonal. It's not going to move then, okay? It's going to fit right in there. So that captures the pivot, and here's the actual blade. And that, I mean, it looks dry. I don't see any lubricant necessarily, but very, very strange. Yeah, it's really clean though. There's no residue or anything other than whatever this little leakage stuff was. I don't know what that was. I think it was an attempt to put some thread locker, kind of a sloppy attempt. Other than that, I think we're in good shape. Okay, we're back together. It's no blade play, and the drop is nice. No issues with hardware or anything. Pretty much came apart and went together like, and not a $35, but a $75 knife. You know, I mean, I'm having a hard time distinguishing in the quality between some of these knives anymore these days because they're so close, you know. Well, back with our little Remette knife, or QYGMGS, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I thought for the price this was worth checking out. Kind of like this little design that it's got going on. The design flow is nice. This has got differential in height here, so it's easy to, you know, disengage the liner, and it's quick over the detent ball, so it's got a fidget factor to it as well, but it's got a sharp blade. So there you go, another Amazon one that we just caught out of the wild, and now it's in captivity. Yes, we do. We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.